Opium residue has been found on an ancient Egyptian alabaster vase that is inscribed with 4 ancient languages, and it might indicate that Egyptians consumed opiates much more than we realized. Let's talk about it in this Egypt news. The team from the Yale Ancient Pharmacology program examined this vase in the Yale Babylonian collection, and it dates to around 465 BCE. This is during the 27th dynasty in Egyptian history, which is known as the First Achaemenid period, or the First Persian period. This is when Egypt was under control of the Persians from around 525 to 404 BCE. Which is why the 4 ancient languages on this one piece makes a little bit more sense. It contains ancient Akkadian, Elamite, Persian, and Egyptian in both hieroglyphs and an extra demotic inscription. These say the name of Xerxes I and his title of Great King, as well as the vessel's capacity of 12 keped units, or about 1,200 milliliters. Unfortunately, there is no provenience information about this piece, meaning we don't know where or when it was excavated. But scholars believe that it was made and inscribed in Egypt, and then may have been included in a large palace gift to one of the nations of Mesopotamia. But what, if anything, was inside this actual vessel? That is where the opium comes in. The team became interested in testing this piece because of an unknown dark brown aromatic residue that was found inside the container, which you can see here. They then used non-destructive analytical techniques so that they can find those trace organic contents in the vessel. The test shows the presence of a whole slew of chemicals that I will try to pronounce: noscapine, thebanine, papaverine, hydrocartonine, and morphine, which are all clear opium biomarkers. And this is not the only vessel that has been found from ancient Egypt with traces of opium. The same team examined these bottles, which were excavated from a New Kingdom site in Sedmet, which also found traces of at least 3 of the opium biomarkers. And a similar substance may have actually been found in some of the alabaster vessels from the tomb of Tutankhamun, though it appears that the substance was actually looted from the tomb after the burial. Howard Carter theorized that the second looting of the tomb of Tutankhamun was much more planned out, and when you see these actual finger marks that are in this inside of whatever was left in these alabaster vessels, it looks like that this substance was scooped out to be probably looted because it was such a high value commodity. Now, I will say the remainder of the substance in the tomb of Tutankhamun have not been extensively tested since its discovery, so this is kind of an ongoing thing that this team suspects might be a similar product. More research is absolutely needed, but it appears that opium may have been used for medicines much more often in ancient Egypt, and it was also seen as a high-value commodity given to pharaohs and other Near Eastern kings.